Good morning, class. I'm gonna start this video the same way I've started every other video, and that is with a tangent and a question. The tangent is such: I love rivers. They are perhaps one of the few passions that I have aside from teaching and fried rice. So, you can understand my excitement when I stumbled across this beautiful water feature surrounding this historic Japanese site in Hakodate in Hokkaido in the north of Japan. This is Goryokaku. It's a star-shaped fortress highlighted by a beautiful moat, and it's historically significant because it's the site of the last battle of the Boshin War. But there's something more interesting to me about this feat of Meiji-era architecture and history, and that is that this water feature represents the existence of modern moats around the world. You might not think much of this, but moats are generally natural rivers that have been altered to contour and protect human fortresses and defensive works. Now, the key word here is natural river, because if you look at a lot of modern moats, you'll notice that they aren't connected to rivers. And this is a little strange, because what is a moat if not a human-made channel, congruent to that of a natural river channel? So if a moat exists without the properties of a natural river channel, we have to ask the big question: how do moats work? Now, I could give you a 5-second answer, or, and hear me out here, I could give you a 50-minute answer spread over multiple videos. And I want to ask you, what do you think is the better option? That's right, I'm glad you agree that the long answer is the better answer, and so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start with this video, that is the introduction. This will be Moats 101. So, moats are painfully simple. I mean, in essence, they are a hole with water in it. However, the real world is complex, and reality isn't as simple as we make it out to be. As it turns out, there are different types of moats. There are dry moats with additional barriers, there are vertical moats to stop vertical movement, there are hybrid moats, and there are wet moats. And it's that last one that we're going to be talking about. And this is the one that's the most difficult of the family because you need to regulate two things: water level and water quality. But why do we need to regulate these things? Why can't we just dig a hole and leave water in it? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of situations to illustrate why such a simple system isn't a functional system. For example, what if the moat floods? Then the situation is as difficult for the defenders as it is for the attackers, if not more difficult because they're trapped within the flood. Or what about if there's a drought and there's no water in the moat? Then the moat is nearly half as effective as intended. And perhaps the issue most relevant to the modern day is the problem of stagnant water. If a body of water is not regularly circulated, we call this stagnant water or still water. And don't be confused, just because it has a different name, the composition is identical. It is still water. Yeah, I like that one. That was good. But the point I'm trying to make here is that all of these issues can be remedied by a quick reset of the system. And in order to circulate water, we need an inlet and an outlet. So the primary takeaway from this video is that all moats require three primary components: an inlet, that is a place for water to enter the system; a reservoir, a place the water can exist and move around in; and an outlet, a place the water can leave the system from. And that's Moats 101. In the next video, we're going to take a look at how these components are implemented into the moat of Goryokaku, though we will have to do so through aerial imagery and other remote means because I currently live in Nagasaki, so tough luck if I ever want to see this in person. And with that, class is dismissed. Take care, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.